Did you see Tate's recent tweets disparaging women doing thirst traps? Yes, dude, I did. Bro, he's just trying to desperately cling back to relevance now that he's out of prison and house arrest, under house arrest. xQc. xQc on his Andrew Tate arc. I mean, look, dude, I'll tell you, Andrew Tate knows his fucking marks. You know what I mean? He sees somebody feeling down and he goes in for the kill. xQc fucking tweets, just sad lately. That's it, nothing else. Immediately, Andrew Tate goes, I can fix you. I don't know what to tell you other than this shit, okay? Obviously, if you like Andrew Tate, you look at this and you go, oh man, he's such a wonderful guy. He's just trying to help xQc. And if you don't like Andrew Tate, you look at this and you go, oh, he's once again trying to fucking farm clout off of a random person who he has called gay numerous fucking times. But it's a mutually beneficial experience, obviously. Getting called a mark in 2023 is devastating, but he is a mark. If he eats the bait, he's a mark. Do I think he's eating the bait? No, I think he's deliberately and willingly eating the bait in the sense that he can make some content out of this, some drama out of this. Yeah, he followed him back. Who cares? Whatever. I think that like Felix is definitely smarter than he actually presents himself as, and I think it's like deliberate. You know, I'm not gonna baby him on this shit.
You ratioed me, dude. It is what it is. What can I say, man? Literally fell off. Literally got ratioed by Tate. That's a fucking XL Tate W. That's a common Tate W letter right there. That is pretty common.
xQc knows how to farm just until it becomes too crazy. No, I think he knows how to farm and then go overboard and let it be too crazy. But it ultimately won't matter because, you know, he has legions of fans that will always defend him across the board and will fight his battles for him across the board as well. Remember when you thought you could save Aiden? Bro, I can't save anybody, okay? There is no saving anyone. I'm done. I'm off that shit. I can't, like, try to be chill and try to be fucking nice to Aiden. And ultimately, if I had more fucking clout, I think that's it. That's the only way that this shit would work. But I don't, because my fucking haters work double time, overtime, nonstop. You know, they're popping, they're blasting fucking TikToks. You know, I'll always try. I'll give it an honest try, an honest go at it. The reality is, like, I'm not clouded enough. I don't think. I think that this is part of the reason. Because, like, what? Andrew Tate's advice, xQc, go to the gym every day. Yeah, no shit. I say that every fucking day. I do that every fucking day. I live it, and I try to get people to do it. But the very same people that would look to Jordan Peterson and go, oh my God, it's revolutionary, I started fucking cleaning my room, would literally look to their same parents and go, fuck you, mom and dad, I don't want to clean my room. It's just like, there's nothing you can do. For certain people, it just, something clicks. What clicks in that regard usually for kids, for young children especially, is, you know, misogyny. xQc on his divorce arc. Yeah, xQc, the youngest victim of divorce court. But yeah, we were talking about xQc because apparently this is the new drama, the new debate. Here's what he said. Did the eminent booba enjoyer, okay? Literally the horniest motherfucker, like the bazonkers guy who we all know what his fucking TikTok likes look like, okay? He can't get 1810. So what is he doing? Instead of focusing on breaking fucking Forson's record, instead of trying to fucking go fast, he's just, you know, drama baiting.
Bro, listen, I respect all creators. I do. I just think that buying OnlyFans shit is one of the most degenerational action of mankind.
This is the biggest says you I've ever fucking seen in my entire life, okay? I have never seen a bigger says you moment. I don't even think he believes it personally. Sometimes I think he just says shit that comes out of his mouth. He said it's degenerate to pay for OnlyFans. In the most charitable interpretation of this, I'm going to go ahead and assume he means like, oh, it's degenerate to pay for it when it exists for free, right? It's still so funny being a wealthy adult man and still hold the thought that like buying porn is cringe. Okay, dude, you sound like you're making a Justin Bieber gay type joke 15 years after kids were doing that. Grow up, nerd. Yeah, bro, that, but also you're a Twitch streamer. Like, we literally make this content for free and people still give us $5 a month to avoid the top of the hour ad breaks. Like, that's insane. You know what I mean? So considering that to be degenerational, dude, is hilarious. Nah, people paying for OnlyFans content are coping. Brother, people pay for a million different things on the internet. You yourself are paying as a subscriber. You're literally subscribed to me for a year and a half. But like, you're doing it because you enjoy the content. You're doing it because you want more of it. You're doing it because you want to show support, right? Or a million different reasons. But this is the most fucking free content you can get on the internet, pretty much. And yet people still do it. The only reason why you consider the OnlyFans payment to be degenerate, despite the fact that there's so much free out there, it's the sexual component that makes it degen. Which leads me to my second part of this conversation, which I find very funny, which is that xQc is the king of degens. I mean, he has called himself the king of the rats in the past. xQc trying to say that people buy OnlyFans for the girlfriend aspect of it, which is degenerate, meaning he would rather have people jerk off the online. Yeah, if that's the case, and I would say that is the most charitable interpretation, there is an element of truth to what he's saying there. Because yes, if you think that like you're actually in a relationship, because I've talked about this before as well. I've opened up the fucking hood and looked under the engine of how OnlyFans operates, and there are a lot of sad motherfuckers out there. It's not necessarily just about like sexual gratification, but there is an element of like therapy that is included in that. And I think a lot of people utilize OnlyFans for that reason. Now, of course, under capitalism, that shit is like clearly very much outsourced to a dude working in an Indian bot farm. So you're not actually talking to the content creator. I know for a fucking fact that that's not the case. I have been very open about this. Like, I don't have an OnlyFans account. It's pure convenience for me. Like, I'm just too lazy. I meant like I've seen the other side from way back in the day when I was hooking up with a girl that does OnlyFans. I remember looking at her indirects and looking at her like DMs and messages. I've been a sex worker for years, and most of the people who message me just want to talk. Yeah, there's that. But then there's like real freaks out there too. So on that front, if you truly think you're getting a girlfriend experience, because there are a lot of people who are unfortunately very unhealthy. There are a lot of people who literally think that they're talking to the OnlyFans girl themselves. I'm sure certain OnlyFans content creators are personally handling their messages and whatnot, but for the most part, especially all the top dogs, they're not the ones who are responding to the messages. And the unfortunate reality is that there is an element of like sadness, a lot of sadness there. I don't have an issue with it. I think that as long as it's done by, consenting adults, it's great. It's wonderful. Especially OnlyFans gives you more autonomy, even though there are processes that kind of fuck that up as well with management firms and a litany of other complications that come from not being able to like access your finances or not being able to bank adequately when you do this kind of content. Don't you agree that sites like OnlyFans and even webcam apps prey on vulnerable men? I'm pro sex work, but still, this is my favorite type of like critical of sex work conversation, because like the overwhelming majority of conversation that revolves around sex work basically features women. Women being trafficked, women being groomed, women being harmed, and then like going into sex work. Which obviously this does happen, but that's not sex work. That's sex trafficking. There's a totally separate classification for it. But it's always from the perspective of like how it predates women, right? I love when someone comes in and goes, it preys on vulnerable men, actually. Have you thought about the vulnerable Johns? Have you thought about the vulnerable men that are like, they just can't stop themselves from fucking masturbating furiously? Anyway, the only aspect of what, if I'm going to be extremely, extremely, extremely charitable to what xQc is saying, if he thinks that like the entirety of OnlyFans is about the girlfriend experience, which it's not, yes, it is very sad. It's not the case, and they need to fucking recognize that immediately.
Genuine joy and happiness to people who need it. When you're on your
of mankind, like actually, like legitimately. It is one of the most deliberate, life backpedaling, progress hindering, brain rotting activity that anybody's ever come up with.
Again, incredible that like xQc is saying this, because like you are a peddler of brain rotting activity. So am I. It's like, it's wild. He's on this like anti-sex work arc. I don't even understand, because he's not even anti-sex work from what I understand. I would talk to him about it. I would love to hear his perspective on the matter. Does he think it's new? That's what people have been paying prostitutes in the beginning of time? Yeah, exactly. I'm confused. I'm not even like doing the, oh, it's the hypocrisy argument, right? Like, obviously that shit's funny. But for me, it's more so about like, how do you not recognize, like, how can you not empathize with sex workers in that same regard? Because like what we do is the service that we provide is like not all that fucking different. Obviously, there's no sexual component to it. Does XQc just look for new things to get in drama for? I think he's just like fucking cracked out doing 10-hour to 18-hour Minecraft runs non-fucking stop, and the more he throws his like god seeds on Minecraft, the more his brain fucking melts a little bit and just starts fucking blurting out whatever the fuck comes to his mind. Whenever a male creator comes out hating OnlyFans girls, I know that they just got their heart broken. No, like, I don't even think he hates OnlyFans content creators. I don't know what the fuck's going on there. Your Rage chimed in and defended him a little bit. He said, I don't know why people are surprised with this take. People have always been roasted for buying. This take is normal to the average person. I don't know where we're acting brand new now. More and more people are starting to buy. So there's way more people that feel offended by this, is my idea. I don't know. XQc ain't saying nothing wrong, though. Dudes submit to buy to fulfill themselves that are putting the work to actually meet people IRL. Shit crazy. Bro, if one day I was extremely horny enough to the point where I needed to buy, I got to just hold them subliminal roast because it's all facts. And after that nut is busted, you should 100% realize it's all facts, because after you bust, you just straight logical. I mean, that part is funny, but I don't really understand. Like I said, I have no issue with people that want to buy it. I also don't know why people will fucking, I mean, I hear this from Swerfs a lot, where they'll be like, I'm not against sex workers. I'm against Johns, right? People who purchase sex work. Some of those guys are fucking freaks, certainly. You know why? Because they're dudes, okay? Dudes are freaks regardless. Having said that, whenever people go, oh, I'm against Johns, it's like, okay, so what do you want? You want, like, sex work to not be consumed then? Like, what are you doing? It's just a way to basically say you don't want sex work to exist, but in a way that, like, makes you seem more woke and not as, like, openly anti-sex work.